So till now we have learned what is CI/CD pipeline. Okay, we have done installation on VM, then we did the installation on Docker Compose, and also on Kubernetes. Okay, today we'll start with creating a freestyle project. It is not used much, okay, but it's there, and we should learn at least once what is freestyle project. Okay, after that we'll learn about the creating a simple Jenkins pipeline and then the real Jenkins CI/CD pipeline. Let's see how much we can cover today. But today we'll be creating a freestyle project and it is very simple. So first, I'll yesterday we stopped Jenkins on the VM. We need to start it, but before that, make sure that it's not running on port 8080 already. Maybe okay, it's not running. And let's check with LSOF. If port is in use, it's not used, but still see if kubectl get all. Okay, so there is nothing, only the Kubernetes is installed. Then check with sudo docker ps. Okay, nothing is there. We have a stop container, let's remove it. Sudo docker rm. Sudo docker images rmi. Sudo docker volume ls. Let's remove the volume as well. Volume rm, the volume name. And I think this is a new VM. Okay, so it doesn't have the Jenkins installed. Okay, so we'll install it again from scratch for we'll use the Jenkins installation on VM. So those who missed on the first day the Jenkins installation on VM, they can see it.
Jenkins sudo update. That's it. No, that's not
No, no, no. Now we'll
apt update.
install. Yeah, apt update it was. Now
Hmm.
we are installing
Java
Java and then
JDK.
yeah, JDK. Jenkins is based on JDK Java, so we need to install Java. And after this, all these commands.
Track for our cloud VM, what we should do? Should create new VM or
No, no, we can use the same one.
so existing Docker and those running, we should delete it.
Yes, but just make sure port 88 is not in use. Okay, and we need to start the Jenkins on VM.
On VM. Okay.
Yes.
So which one is the command to install the Jenkins?
Yeah, these are the four commands which I am doing now.
No, total four. Okay.
Okay, so we added the repository by default in Ubuntu. The Jenkins repository is not available, so we need to add the third party, that is Jenkins repository here. And now after adding the repository, we are getting the Jenkins packages from it. Now it started the Jenkins installation.
So this is Jenkins server installation, right?
Yes. So when the Jenkins is installed, it is installed as a systemd process, and we'll check its status. Jenkins. Okay, so Jenkins is running. If you see netstat, port 8080 will be in use now. Okay, and what is using port 8080? We can see it's Jenkins, Java Jenkins. Okay, now let's open the browser. First, we'll have to check the IP address. Okay, so externally, it is available on this port, an IP address 8080. We'll do the initial. Okay, so initially we need to provide the password. So we'll get it from this location, the initial admin password. We'll have to install the suggested plugins. So I'll make sure that your Jenkins is running. For me, I have to do the installation because I deleted that VM. Okay, and for you, I think it is already running on port 8080 because we just stopped it. If you perform the exercise, we just stopped it. We did not disable it at the startup. So Jenkins should be running. Save and continue. Let's provide the details, credentials. Okay, so Jenkins is ready. Okay, so let's quickly again go through it. What are the various options available? So whenever we create, when we need to create a pipeline, either we'll click on this new item or create a job. Both will open the same interface. Okay, today we'll be creating this freestyle project. Okay, and we have various details like build history. We haven't created any build. Okay, but when it's created, it will show it here. The manage Jenkins is very important. Here we'll be using when we have to install plugins, we'll use this option. When we have to create the users, we'll use this option. You can create users here, and credentials is important. Okay, we'll be creating some. We need to interact with GitHub, Docker container registry, Kubernetes, and all. At that time, we need to provide its credential and call it in a Jenkins file. We haven't seen how to create the Jenkins file, but these three options are very important. Now I'll just go back to the dashboard and I'll start creating a new freestyle project. Okay, so Jenkins evolved gradually. So earlier they used to use this freestyle project. Okay, as the name suggests, it is very simple. So what we actually do in freestyle, let's check that. So let's go by the exercise. Okay, we are doing this exercise, Jenkins freestyle project. Okay, so the name is freestyle demo. So actually we are creating pipeline. Okay, so what does the pipeline means? In pipeline the water flows, right, in a particular sequence. So similarly here we are creating a job, okay, in which we'll define some particular sequence where we'll be running some set of commands. Okay, so that is the pipeline. In this case we are creating a freestyle project. Just select that one, enter some description. Okay, and as of now we won't be choosing any of this option. I'll explain this later. Okay, so even in the source code management we are not choosing anything. It will be none. We are not defining any build triggers. What are build triggers, we'll see that later. Okay, even the build environment is nothing. Okay, just the last option we need to choose, that is execute the shell. Okay, so this is important. We are not choosing any of the options, all are default ones. Okay, but the last one was we are running some shell commands. Okay, so this is the VM. Okay, just now where I installed VM. Okay, on that particular VM some commands will be executed. Okay, so so what are those commands? We'll just echo it. Okay, nothing else. So I just selected the execute shell, where this shell will be execute means some particular commands will be executed on this shell, that is on this VM itself. So we'll just echo means print on the screen my freestyle project. Okay, so this is the first command which we are running. Okay, in this freestyle project. Okay, we can add any number of commands here and just do save. Okay, when we do save, just go again back to the dashboard and we can see one of the job is created here. Okay, so what we can do is just click on it and click on build now. Okay, all the steps are given here. So we need to click on the dashboard, then the freestyle demo, and then either from here also we can schedule the job or directly build now. So I'm just creating on build now. It says it's scheduled. Again go to, no, actually I ran it twice. Okay, when you run it, it will not show it on the right hand side, it is showing on the left hand side. So this is the one first job. Okay, and when we click on that first job we won't see anything until and unless we go to the console output. So on the console output we can see what we did is we asked it to echo something, my freestyle project, and it has echoed, and the means status is successfully. Okay, so this was the first command which we ran. This was the first job. Okay, let's go to freestyle demo and again I ran it. Okay, click on that #2, then console output. We can say again the same message was print. Okay, now suppose we want to change something in it. So let's go back to dashboard. Okay, click on the freestyle project and click on configure. Configure means we can edit it, whatever we have added here. Now what I'll do is again add something else. Echo. I'm not doing exactly Docker build, but I'll just write Docker build and just say save. Again, just click on build now directly. Also, I'm already on the freestyle demo itself, and when I click on build now, the third pipeline ran. Okay, third job ran. Just again go to console output, and now it will say echo build. Similarly, we can enter such particular sequence, the commands in particular sequence, and this will be running. So again, if we go to freestyle demo and click on configure. Okay, so now what I did was I manually ran that project by clicking on build now. Okay, but there are some build triggers. Okay, that also can be applied. Okay, that we'll be seeing when we do the pipeline and all. For freestyle, this is sufficient. Okay, so any question?